I have so much dry shampoo in my hair right now. Alright, so a few months ago I did a video trying out the cheapest price products on Ulta's website. So I did a full face, whatever was the cheapest, I bought and put on my face. So in the comments of that video, you guys wanted to see the same thing, but for Sephora. So that's what we're doing today. This was a little bit trickier because obviously Sephora has kind of like a higher price point overall than Ulta, and a lot of the cheapest price items on Sephora are by their own brand, the Sephora collection, or their travel size things, or things that only come in like a couple shades. So this one wasn't as like cut and dry as the Ulta one, but I partnered with Ebates again for this video. They're one of my favorite sites of all time. They're the largest cashback site. They have over 2,500 retailers on there, so pretty much anytime I shop online, I just type in the name of the site, get cash back, you go shop. You can get cash back on Sephora, Ulta, Sigma, Forever 21. Sephora right now is actually double cash back, so you can get 8% cash back right now if you shop through Ebates. Anytime I shop on Sephora, I go through Ebates. It's literally free money. They send you either a check in the mail or you can get it sent to your PayPal account. So Ebates is doing another $100 giveaway for you guys. All you have to do is click the first link down below in the description box to sign up for Ebates, and then click the second link to enter the giveaway. You also get a $10 welcome bonus when you sign up for Ebates. So on your first purchase of over 25 bucks, you get $10. So total amount that I spent on this look, including like tax and everything, was $139.86. So that was the cheapest full face possible at the time that I ordered this. Sephora and Ulta, they always like switch out kind of the pricing and stuff, whatever's on sale, so it might be different when you guys go to look at it now, but when I placed this order, these were the cheapest products on there. So the highest price product was $18, but most of the products, like everything except for 3 things, were under $10. So that's actually pretty affordable. That's cheaper than some products at the drugstore, so you can find affordable items on Sephora. Let's get into the makeup look, trying the cheapest makeup on Sephora. All right, so the first thing we're starting out with is primer. This is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Afterglow Primer and Luminizer. So the travel size of this was $7. You get half an ounce in here. They had a couple different versions of this. They had like a mattifying one and then another one. I go for dewy anything when I can. So I don't know why I'm shaking a primer right now. Oh, it has like a tan kind of color to it. I'm just gonna, whoa, did you see that stringer? That was an interesting consistency. Feels like a really lightweight moisturizer going on. Ooh, it's giving a pretty glow. It has almost like a sunscreen scent. It doesn't say it has SPF. It just says it gives you a lit from within glow and has a cooling gel texture. Does it feel cooling? It feels a tiny bit cooling. Not, I wouldn't notice that if I didn't just read that. It basically feels like I'm putting on a sunscreen, and it smells like that too. Definitely giving a glow though. And it feels like it's setting really nicely. It does feel like this would be a nice base to put stuff on top of. I almost always spray something on my face before I put on makeup because I have dry skin. So this is a setting spray, but I'm going to use it underneath my makeup too. This is the Super Goop Setting Mist. This has SPF 50 in it, which is really cool. So I'm going to use this under and over my makeup. I don't think I've ever tried a setting spray with SPF in it. Hopefully it doesn't like burn your eyes off, but we'll find out. Ooh, it has this thing. Ooh, whoa. Wow, that was interesting. Whoa. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts right now. First off, really fine mister. The weird thing is that it gives you this like super ice cold kind of cooling feel, but then it like instantly dries down. I don't think I've ever felt a setting spray quite like that. You also get a really strong, almost like minty menthol kind of scent. Wow, I could spray that on my face all day. That felt so cool. It feels like a shot of like ice on your face, and then it just instantly goes away and like absorbs in. I feel like it almost made my skin a little bit more matte, just as even like a spray sunscreen. I would totally use that just for the SPF 50. All right, so the foundation category was a little bit tricky because the cheapest one, which was only the cheapest because it was on like major clearance, was the Sephora Cushion Foundation. They didn't have my shade in that one. And the next up one was only the travel size of the Tarte BB. And then we had a couple like Makeup Forever mixing products. Long story short, all of the 7 products before this one, there was some reason why they didn't work out, whether they were sold out or the shade or something. So this was the cheapest one that was in stock and in my shade. So this is the Sephora Collection Bright Future Skin Tint SPF 20. So this was $18 and never tried this. I got the shade, it says 7, Light Ivory. I don't know. I also have a little bit of leftover self tanner on right now. It's just the Loving Tan medium, so it's not super dark, but you can see kind of a difference between my neck and my face right now. So hopefully this will match. I also got this as a free sample. This is the new Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in the shade 1N, and this looks like it's gonna be way too dark for me normally, so I might end up mixing in a little bit of this or putting this over top since it was like a free deluxe sample that came with this order. So hopefully, oh, that looks like it might match. This is basically a tinted sunscreen moisturizer. So I'm gonna try blending this out with my Sigma F80. Ooh, so far that's looking pretty nice. Super light coverage, but it did just kind of cover some redness and things and just kind of even everything out. Ooh, that looks pretty. It is very sheer, but it still looks a little bit light with this tan on right now, but I think normally that would definitely be my shade. I might add a little bit of that Dior just because we're looking a little bit light right now. By the way, if you go on Sephora, you have to scroll down to the bottom of their page and then it says like best offers or beauty offers or something. And that's where you can get the really good samples and stuff, where they have like deluxe sizes and random specials going on. They don't really promote it anywhere else on their site, so you have to go down to the bottom of the page. Ebates also lists some of the coupon codes on their site too. Okay, so I don't love how it's sitting on my forehead. I'm gonna try to add a little bit of the Dior over top. Is this a glass bottle? Dang, they give you a little glass bottle even. Ooh, I love when they put these little things on deluxe sizes. Okay, I'm just gonna go in. I mean, not the most sanitary, but it's okay. Even layered on top of here, that also looks very sheer, but the shade is helping. We'll also just put on a shit ton of bronzer today. Yeah, that looks very sheer. You almost can't even see that. Oops. Let's go in for concealer. So the cheapest concealer on Sephora was the Benefit Bowing Industrial Strength Concealer, and this actually has a highlighter in here too, the What's Up. Same kind of thing here. I think all the ones that were cheaper either didn't have my shade or were travel sizes, and I've also tried all of those concealers. This one was $14, which was the same price as the full size of the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer, which I have tried and I really don't like. So here's the shade. This one right here. Here's the cream highlight. I'm just going to kind of warm it up with my finger, and I'm going to try and use this underneath my eyes, and I might also apply this a little bit on the face just to get a little bit more coverage. Feels really lightweight. Doesn't feel like a thick, doesn't feel like the It Cosmetics concealer. I don't know why that one just popped into my head, but this one feels very thin for being a cream concealer. That looks pretty nice under there. Feels very lightweight. Doesn't feel like I have on concealer under there. My dark circles have been getting intense lately. I'm just bringing this over my eyelid too. My dark circle on this side does not want to cover up for some reason. But yeah. I don't know why this side got much better coverage. This one, the darkness is still totally coming through. So I'm not going to set my concealer yet because we're going in with a lot of cream products since those happen to be the cheapest. So lowest price bronzer was this Sephora Collection I Love Cushion Bronzer. It was on clearance for $7. I got the shade 02 Medium Tan. I don't know if 01 was out of stock. I'm assuming it was. I don't think I've ever tried a cushion bronzer. I tend not to be the biggest fan of cream products because I find that they just lift the product underneath and it kind of like takes away any of the foundation or coverage I have on underneath. I've tried cream products in many different ways and they just never seem to totally work for me. I just haven't found one that I like would reach for over a powder product yet. This is cute. You get a little mini cushion right here, applicator, and then here's the product. Hopefully this won't be too dark. I guess I'm gonna first apply it with this mini little cushion and then I might blend it out with another brush. I don't know why cushions are so satisfying. Whew, that is pigmented. Holy shitsies. Whatever's left over on there, I'm going to bring over to the other side. I'm definitely going to have to blend this out. It looks pretty. It almost has like a little bit of a glow to it. See that? Whoa! I'm going to bring that up to my temples too. And then I'm definitely going to have to use a brush to kind of blend this in. But first I'm just applying it down. So I would say really lightly tap that cushion because, whoa. I'm going to take my foundation brush and blend those edges out and just kind of like try and melt this into my skin a little bit more. It's blending in really easily though. Ooh, that actually looks really pretty once it's blended in. I feel like this could be pretty if you just put on a moisturizer and you wanted to add like a little bit of color to your face if you were going to the beach or something, but you didn't want to wear like full on makeup. I would reach for that again for that purpose. Looks scary when you first put it on, but blends out really pretty. This is going on my face. This is another cream product. This is the Sephora Blush Me Cream Blush. I'm pretty sure this was the only shade they had left on there. How much was this? This was on clearance for $5. I actually got the product right next to it, the Blush and Luminizer On The Go Stick, which was also on clearance. Does that say 5 or 6? For $6. I'm not sure how this shade is gonna be. It says it's a blush and luminizer. I think this just has one side, yeah. And then you twist up here. I'm gonna try applying this kind of to the top right here just to see if it's more of a highlight or, okay. I don't know how that would really be called a blush, but it's giving me a pretty like natural glow right there. Ooh, yeah. So if you are using cream products, what I've found on my skin is that I cannot put them on top of any kind of powder or else it creates that really weird kind of texture. Even cream highlights like this, that's why I never really reach for them, because if I have on a full face of makeup and I'm going in for my highlight and I put this on top of a powder, it would just create this like stripe of weirdness right there. So I really would only use cream products if I was going for more of like a natural look and I wasn't using any kind of powder. Smells like vanilla. I kind of want to like eat this. This base I have on right now, I would totally wear as like no makeup, almost like beach makeup. Should I say makeup again? This looks very healthy and glowy. Let's go in with this guy now too. I'm hoping this is one of those products that just looks really terrifying in here, but it's gonna be like very subtle once it's on my face. I'm just gonna use my finger and kind of pat this on the apples of my cheeks and try and blend it out. All right, that's also pretty. Definitely sheers out when you put it on. I feel like it's a little bit more of a bright pink than I usually go for, but it's working. Just blend that out. So skin, I think these are all working together really nicely. The only thing I don't like on my face right now is just the concealer. I feel like it's not really covering the darkness. This eye for some reason looks a little bit better, but still my darkness is still coming through. I'm gonna try dipping my concealer brush into here and seeing if I can get a little bit better coverage. Okay, that helped a little bit. So they actually put setting powders and setting sprays in the same category. So the cheapest setting powder was the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. It was their travel size, but I actually own this powder already, so we're gonna use this guy. I'm not as much of a fan of this powder as I am the Illuminating Setting Powder by Cover FX. I love that one. I'm just gonna use this to set my under eyes today. Hopefully this doesn't look like a disaster, but it's the only powder we're working with today. I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this under there. See, then you get this like distinction though between the powder and your cream. Just kind of try and blend those two together. Next up is brows. So this was on sale for $5 and it's the Sephora Collection Tinted Brow Pencil. Tinted, what is it called? Tinted Brow Freeze. This is in the shade 04 Dark. I'm just gonna hope this is a good shade. Oh, this feels very soft. Like it feels like it's gonna crumble off if you press too hard. It's pretty chunky. It's like a little crayon. I understand the freeze thing though. It feels almost like a wax. Now that I'm thinking about it, it feels like you're putting like a wax crayon on your eyebrows. So maybe this is something you could use to then put powder over top so it'd have something to like stick to, because it is kind of like pushing my brow hairs down and it feels pretty waxy. You can actually kind of like feel it on your brows. Feels kind of funky. I'm guessing that's more what this is. It feels like a tinted brow wax. The cheapest eye primer on Sephora is by Sephora. It's the Beauty Amplifier Prime Eyeshadow Primer. This is $10. Okay, so you get a little doe foot applicator. This looks like one of those really sheer primers. It doesn't have any kind of color to it. I'm gonna blend that out and tap it in with my finger. Feels very soft and thin. Okay, feels very soft and velvety. Just not usually the kind of primer that I usually go for. It almost feels like the e.l.f. eyelid primer to me, so if you're into that, you might like this one. So the cheapest eyeshadow palette is the Sephora Miniature palette. You get 6 different shades in here, and they had a few different versions of this. I got the kind of bronzy one. So this is $10. This has a magnetic open here. There goes the card. So I'm gonna go with the shade Biscuit first, which is this one right here. Ooh, I might actually be able to use that shade almost as like a contour on my face. That looks like it could work. It might be a little bit too gray. That shade is pretty. It's nice and pigmented, blending out easy. I keep digging my freaking nail in here. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Peanut. Feels soft. Whoa, that was not what I was expecting. That looks a little bit more like bronzy. That's weird. It looks like it's gonna be almost like a light kind of taupe shade in the pan. It looks way warmer than it looks in the pan. I'm gonna go back in with Biscuit just on a different brush. This is a Coastal Scents 2 BR250. Bring that a little bit into the crease just to blend it out. I like that Biscuit shade. Blending out the edges again. So I'm gonna take a brush and go with the shade Popcorn right here. And I'm gonna try and layer this on top right in the middle. And then I'll also probably use this for my inner corner. So first I'm just going to put this right here. Very subtle. With a brush, that's not very pigmented. I'm gonna try it with my finger. Ooh, there we go, that's a little better. Still pretty subtle, but that's working. What are you focusing on, camera? I'm actually going to go in with this guy. I'm just gonna take the tip of the brush and I'm gonna try and put this on my inner corner, and then I'll probably still pack on Popcorn, that shade, on top of it. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot. So now I'm gonna wet my brush and try Popcorn. I'm gonna try it with a setting spray, I don't know. Might like dry instantly. Oh, it smells so good. Actually, yeah, in hindsight, don't do that. There's definitely SPF in that one. Eyes are burning a little bit. Bad idea, Taylor. Attempt number 500. I'm gonna take my finger with Popcorn and try and press that on the inner corner. Popcorn is not my favorite shade. It's kind of hard to get it to show up. It looks like it's gonna be really pretty right there, but then when it's actually on your eye, it just doesn't do a whole lot. I'm gonna add some shadow to the lower lash line, but first I'm gonna go in with this eyeliner. This is just the Sephora Crayon Mini Eye Pencil to Go. This was $6. I think they were out of the black shade, and the one before that was on clearance for $5. So I got this one because they had black. I'm probably also gonna use this on the top a little bit to smudge, but I wanna put this on my waterline. It is going on my waterline, so that's good. It's not one of those liners that just like doesn't wanna go. I'm gonna do a little bit of smudging with this on the top lash line. So I'm just gonna take this pencil, put it really close to my lashes right here. And then I'm gonna take a flat edge liner brush and smudge that out. And I'm putting on lashes today, so I'm not gonna do a wing. I just kinda wanna add some definition right there. It is making my eyes water a little bit more than some of my other black liners, and I have other liners that just go a little bit easier on the waterline, so I probably wouldn't use that for the waterline again, but I do think I would use it so far as like a smudging liner for the top, because it's smudging out pretty easily. It doesn't feel like too stiff to work with for that purpose. Now I'm gonna go back in with this for my lower lash line, and I think I wanna use the shade Cocoa, which is, does it have shimmer in it? It looks like that's kind of like a sheen, but I think it could work. So I'm going to take that on the same flat edge liner brush and just press that right underneath my lashes, kind of right below that black liner. Not feeling this inner corner shade. And then to blend that out, I'm going to go back with the first shade, Biscuit again. Smudge that below those shades, that shade. Yeah, I'm feeling that Biscuit shade. That shade is pretty. These shadows look very different on the eyes than they do in the pan, almost every shade I've used so far. Biscuit looks like way more cool toned and almost like taupey in the palette, but once it's on your eyes, it's pretty warm. What are we doing? Mascara. So this is a mini size. It was $5. It's the Sephora Lash Craft Length and Volume Mascara. Ooh, it has a nice matte, soft packaging. Oh, interesting wand. Whoa. This thing is actually pretty flat. I feel like I haven't seen a wand like this. Pretty thin and then flat. Almost like a paddle. I'm kind of just switching between the flat side and then the paddle side. So the paddle side is definitely the one that gives you more volume. I mean, it's working. It doesn't look bad at all. It's just a little bit awkward to work with and hold. It just takes some patience to work with this thing. Not a bad mascara if you have 20 minutes to put on your mascara. I've never tried any of the Sephora brand lashes, so I'm excited to try these, and they look really nice and fluffy. These almost look like the Kiss Gala lashes that I love, so these look promising. These are Fringe 04. They have a really thin, clear band. That end piece right there is already fraying out. Can you see that? It looks like it's missing a chunk of hair. Yeah, I think you can see that. It looks like a chunk is missing right there. That's the issue when you have a lot of lashes packed onto this kind of band. They tend to just kind of fall right off. I'm gonna try and trim these a little bit, put them on my eyes, and I'll be right back. All right, so I put on the lashes, and I also put some mascara on my lower lashes, and I like the way that these lashes look. Just be aware that they're not the best quality. I wouldn't recommend these because I had 2 different pieces of lash fall off the band because they are so thin. It's nice that they have that thin band, but they don't hold all of the lashes in, which is why when you usually see a pair of lashes that have this much volume to them, you don't usually get that really thin kind of like fish line band to them. Got 2 different lip products. One was a liquid lipstick and then one was a lip gloss. So liquid lipstick is by Sephora Collection. This is in the shade 10 Mandarin Muse. These are awesome. I have a couple other shades of these. I've worn this shade though, like this red orange kind of shade, a lot recently. So I want to add this over top. This is more of like a pink fuchsia. So hopefully it'll give my lips kind of more of like a pink look rather than this shade. But this is the Sephora Outrageous Effect Plump Effect Exponential Pink. So it's supposed to be like a plumping lip gloss. This thing is friggin' huge. Look at how massive this packaging is. Oh, heck yeah. This actually looks really similar to the Smashbox Thrill Seeker. I just did a video using that as the glam summer makeup look. Monday's video. Yeah, that shade is gorgeous. It has this like quilted kind of thing on the packaging, which is kind of cool. It smells like cotton candy. Ooh, that scent. First it smells like cotton candy, then it smells just like off. Like something's a little bit off with that scent. So it's not super pigmented, like it didn't change that color a whole lot. It did add shine, obviously. The plumping, okay, now it's starting. Now I feel it. Feels a little bit tingly. I wish this had more pink in it. Since I do have a couple other shades of this, I might try and go find another to layer on top of here just to change the lip color since this is really similar to everything I've been doing. So that's not technically cheating, right? It's the same lip product, just different shades. This might look totally weird, but if it does, I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna try layering the shade 33. So I'm gonna apply a little bit and then kind of blend it in with my finger. Okay, so that's a little bit pinkier. I think I'm actually gonna go in with the eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna try to take the shade Vanilla and just see what happens when I kind of like pat that on the center. Lightening it a little bit. Oh, what about the blush? I'm gonna have like a 10 product lip color right now, but I kind of want to try it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I definitely should have just gone in with this on my lips. Yeah, now it's like a fuchsia. All right, so this is the final look. I'm gonna tell you guys kind of my top standout products from this. Definitely the Sephora Cushion Bronzer. I'm excited to use this again just on kind of no makeup days, and also this Luminizer stick thing, Luminizer to go in Miss Sunshine. These 2 I think were kind of like the standout products. This I would totally use again underneath my makeup to get that SPF in there. This is a really unique setting spray. Like I said, haven't quite felt something like this. I would also use this again, the glowy primer, the Beauty Amplifier. This gave me a really pretty glow. I would try this again under other foundations or face products. The blush shade is kind of grown on me, really pretty kind of pinky look for summer. The fact that I like more cream products than not cream products that I tried in this video is a little bit shocking to me because, like I said, I'm not usually into these at all, but it looks really pretty. Like something about the bronzer and blush and highlight combo just looks very fresh and summery to me, so I would use this again when I'm using the other cream products. Everything else I think was just kind of like, eh. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Again, I'm gonna have the link to Ebates down below in the description box if you want to check it out, and you can enter the $100 gift card giveaway. So that will be down below right at the top. If you wanted to try anything out, now's a good time because it's 8% double cash back on Sephora. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.